read off this. I memorized this too, but it is also long, and I don't want to mess up halfway through. So, I wrote this poem actually for a fashion show that I performed for Black History. And there's a lot of metaphors in there. I hope you catch them all. I guess the title would be Update Your Status or social media or something. Let's see. So I would like to introduce myself, but I haven't developed any ads yet, so take what you can about what and where I am from my web address. www.blackhistory-freedom /com. World wars waging stops. Black history's dash to freedom / after / stop. Come on, man. Hashtag pain, hashtag bloody, hashtag neglected, hashtag forgotten. Hashtag broken, hashtag slaughtered. Hashtag remember me. Hashtag we fought, hashtag we made it, hashtag we're here. Hashtag where? Hashtag oh no. Hashtag did we make it or did we just get close? You see, I'm no longer around, but I progress with age, so though I'm no longer around, you can still look at my page. Because I made my mark in history. And I was able to catch up with videos since sending a private message couldn't get anyone to listen to me. But you'll always be able to find me amongst the chains, from following link after link. As my ancestors fight a war meant for the divines, constantly writing down their pains, passions, fears, time after time, just to have it all reduced down to a million hits from a vine. You see, I was forced to watch children whip that weren't even mine. Now here's a tough thought to swallow. Imagine me, hashed and tagged beneath the scorching sun and praying that my wife and children could follow. See, it was less about segregation and more about separation. Because I could endure this if I just had my people. But as my friends list unwillingly started to dwindle, I got a whiff of pure evil. And just as slowly as these long days, my family became nothing more than a page. You see, the very next time I saw my wife was on a posted picture. The caption read, sold, slave. And as time progressed, oppressive turned aggressive and war approached faster than you could search for a name, so no longer were we concerned about if our profiles would change. It was strange. You see, it wasn't until I got my face in that book that I was finally able to leave my post. I said not until I finally got my deceased face in that book was I finally able to leave my post. You see, I was forced to fight a war from a country that had yet to recognize me as a man, a human, all because of my hue. Man, that's crazy. But have you checked the statuses lately? Tagged in comments, daily degraded by distant, daunting demons with pale faces, never knowing what to say or think, not even knowing where I was dislocated. So you see, it wasn't dyslexia. It was displacement. But unlike now, no one was ever able to look at a page about me. All the while, everything about me could only be seen by looking at my racial profile. You see, I couldn't leave you any notes to read. So all I could afford to do was leave you with Instagraphic pictures and desperate hopes that you follow me. But just know that in order for us to stay on track, I have to forewarn you that I'll never be able to follow you back. Because forward progression is key. And I once relished the thought of a day when my people would look nothing like me. But my eyes begin to swell as I scroll down the page and see that our statuses hasn't changed. The majority still reads slaves. So imagine me, amazed as I saw a brother stand up on a stage and preach about change. But that's where it gets strange, because though most of you agree, you still act the exact same. See, you only live once. And with that much I agree, but knowing that you know that is why I'm ashamed by what I see. Is this truly what you have decided to do with your life? Never once was I given the pleasure to be concerned if the report of my status would be liked. All I cared about is that the report of our status would be right. So instead of following the roles of world stars, hip-hop your way to purpose. We were forced to live a life of slavery, but now I see people doing so on purpose. You see, I've been following your videos closely. The constant reposts of excuses are getting old. Do you not know that the average life expectancies of blacks at my time was 22 years old? We had already spent our lives in the same amount of time that it took you to waste it. Reposting laughs of knockout games and Shaw Keishas, all promoting the very one thing that we sought to abolish: hatred. So stop searching for your problems in your book and just face it. Some of you are confused about what to do, but the answer is so basic. Bring the love and stop the hatred. Don't just believe in change, help us make it. Someone needs to draw the line and then trace it. See, this is your story now. Your future. Your life. You are watching your own people do wrong, then to pacify your own sins, you're telling them that it's all right. But we were willing to be ostracized before we compromised, so you can spare me your likes. But I'd appreciate it if you'd share. I came in search of a generation that cares. You compromise your dreams so much that I think you'd have some to spare. Started from the bottom, now we're here. Where? Started from the bottom that got us here when we need to be out there. There was once a time that, like the sweetest birds that sing, I heard freedom ring. Now I wonder if I can get a retweet. We wholeheartedly appreciate your monuments and celebrations. But people know exactly what we did. That's no mystery. Don't become so concerned with our past that you forget about the future status of Black history. Thank you.